What kind of attitude do you think a person needs to have to start a business?
Yeah, I'd say start and run a business. What kind of attitude do you have to have? Well, a positive attitude. I mean, that's for one. But then, do you have to kind of have the attitude of like, no, I'm not going to fail, right?
Right, exactly. I think, as I look at all the entrepreneurs that I have met or come in contact with, they all have some sort of attitude. Some I like more than others, but I think if you're going to start a firm, you have to have some level of attitude. And in mine, my attitude is, probably just from how I was raised, but failure was not going to be an option. And, luckily my partner and I had we kind of came from the same roots. And when we started it, we said, okay, can we survive? If we don't make any money, can we survive and how long? And so, you do some financial planning. And so we felt like we could do 2 years and be okay. We made the dedicated decision that we would not take any pay ourselves, but we would roll everything we did into what we made into the business the first 2 years. And I think that was key to having, long-term stability, because we didn't go out and reach for money or take angel money. So it was all self-funded. But the other was just we both had the same attitude that we were in this together, and no matter what happened, failure was not an option. And so, what causes, how do you live that? Well, I think that's different for everybody. For me, I knew that I really didn't want to go back to corporate America. I was raising family, having children in the days that we founded the company. And while we worked all the time, I also had flexibility to be there for my children, which was number one. The family always comes first. And so we just committed to this attitude of failure's not an option.
Yeah.
And, there are times, and I think having a partner has been helpful for me personally. I don't know how you do it without a good partner, but I do think in life you have rhythms, right? So we have our highs and our lows, and we have our mediums. I feel that when you're in business with a partner specifically, you're not on the same rhythm all the time, which is a good thing, because when I'm up, he might be down. When he's down, I might be up. But we always reminded ourselves, okay, just put the bootstraps back on. We can wallow and be upset or whatever for a few days, but we're not failing. So you ready? Let's go. I'm going to pull you and you're going to pull me. So I just think that's been key to, having stability over a long haul.
Yeah. For me, I got into the entrepreneurial game, if you will, 2.5 years ago, when I wasn't planning on it. I always wanted to, but what happened with me is I've been a corporate banker for almost 20 years. I had just received a exceeds expectations performance review and a raise, and then a week later they said, you're not doing enough and you're making too much money, bye. And so surprise,
you're not in control,
and we'll give you 2 weeks severance, which is not severance, but
right.
And so I was down for a couple of days. I'm like, what has happened to me? And then it hit me. I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I've spent 20 years in banking. I've worked for 6 different firms. It's not the right thing for me. I'm getting a salary, maybe a bonus, but so my attitude had been like, I probably wasn't giving all of myself because I didn't really like what I was doing. So now my attitude switched to like, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm gonna do this on my own, and I'm not gonna fail. And so every day I wake up, and part of my attitude, and this is not necessarily what should drive people, but it's like I don't want to ever go back to that.
That's right.
So part of what drives me now is like, I'm going to succeed because I'm not going to go do that again. It's
that's why I think life presents us with challenges, roadblocks, opportunities, surprises, and we have a choice. And, so when my children or my friends, hit those sort of lows, my family gets really upset with me because I'm always the silver lining person. Something bad, I said, no, but there's good in that. You're going to find something better. Yeah, you can't see it.
It's hard to see it when you're that close in it, but from outside, and that's what we as leaders have to think, okay, and parents, from that, you can't see this right now, but we know it's going to happen. And from my perspective, I know, God has plans to bless and not harm me, but, that's just, we just have to be the leaders there.
Right.